Our first guest is one of the biggest pop stars in the world and also my substitute host when I'm not here. Please welcome my friend, Miley Cyrus.
Disney. If it weren't for the MCU, Disney would be the most hated company on the planet. Miley Cyrus certainly has many reasons to hate Disney, as well as many reasons not to hate Disney. She might not be very concrete about what she thinks about the company as a whole, but we do know that there are some aspects of working with Disney that were not too good for her. So today, we will try to dissect what she thinks Disney did to her, what Disney actually did to her, and what we can learn from it. Without further ado, let's get straight into the meat of this video. Miley Cyrus, as most of you know, became a superstar basically overnight. Back in the year 2006, Hannah Montana was the show that brought her that fame and recognition. And while most 13-year-old girls are probably dreaming about getting that big role of that age, this just proves the point that children are very clueless about most things. Yes, fame and money that comes with it, that gives you the ability to retire at 20 and live the rest of your life as you like, is very good, and most people would probably not have a problem with that. That fame and money, like most things in life, comes with some caveats. Or, to say it more bluntly, fame is a double-edged sword. It might look very cool and you might want it, but when you actually start using it, you might cut your hand if you are not extremely careful. What was the second blade of Miley Cyrus's fame sword? Well, as she said quite some time ago, from the time I was 11, it was, "You're a pop star." That means you have to be blonde, and you have to have long hair, and you have to put on some glittery tight thing. Then added, "Meanwhile, I'm this fragile little girl playing a 16-year-old girl in a wig and a ton of makeup. It was like I had effing flippers. I was made to look like someone that I wasn't, which probably caused me some body dysmorphia because I had to be made pretty every day for so long. And then, when I wasn't on that show, it was like, who the F am I?" That seems to explain most things that she disliked about being a child actress, and this is really the idea behind all of this. Being a child is hard enough as it is. Imagine being a child, having your doubts and things to worry about, and then add to that constant media attention, very high standards of beauty, and stuff like that. I can certainly understand why most of those who started their career as a child at Disney ended up with some sort of substance abuse. Miley is surely one of those unlucky ones that tried to win over anxiety with things that are pretty bad for anybody, especially for teenagers. Of course, having any kind of addiction can ruin your life. Of course, having all of that stress put on you at a very young age is surely going to make things very difficult. But this is where I am going to do what's called a pro gamer move. Let's remember what she said for a moment. From the time I was 11, it was, "You're a pop star." That means you have to be blonde, and you have to have long hair, and you have to put on some glittery tight thing. And now, I have a question. Isn't she doing the same thing even today? She is well past her teenage years. She is even far from being a Disney star. But wouldn't you look at that? She is still wearing those glittery tight things and very little more. Who is forcing her to do that now? This is a very serious question. I can understand the pressure that is being laid on children, but that does not justify you doing things that are much more harmful than fame. If she was not forced to do things that made her addicted to them, and if she was, she should have sued a long time ago. Then she could as well choose to not do those things that actually did way more harm than fame. Because fame is a double-edged sword, right? Substance abuse is basically cancer. Disney gave a young girl a double-edged sword and did very little to help her learn how to use it. But it was Miley herself that took on cancer because she didn't know how to defeat anxiety. So then, did Disney ruin Miley Cyrus's life? It is up to you to decide. If you ask me, if you can call Miley Cyrus's life ruined, then it was a joint effort of both Disney being Disney and Miley being young and stupid. And I will finish with this. If she was wronged by Disney with the things they did to her, I understand that. But if she still blames Disney for her life after very many years of being an adult and away from Disney, if she still is feeling bad because of those years, then she is the one that must take responsibility and take herself out of that situation. Because she is an adult now, and doing things like that, I am sure does not help her being happier. And with that, this video is over. Thank you for watching, and hit the subscribe button to get notified when we bring on more and more intriguing content. Until then, stay tuned. Bye-bye.